Howdy, howdy, howdy. Blue Lives Matter out here underneath the Guadalupe Bridge. How you guys doing today? I'll come over to this side. Hey, you guys got the message about the signs on the front door, the no knives? Yeah, you guys know that you can't enforce that, right? They put that out to all the officers, right? That's all I'm checking on. Yeah, you guys have the city put up the no knives signs in front of all the police stations. Can't enforce it. It's not against the law. So I know.
Walk into a government building with the firearm?
No, I can walk into the police station with the firearm right now.
Not to this one, because you got a CTW.
Oh no, you're right. I can't walk into this one. I ain't going over there. That's why I talked to you guys out here. No, I can walk into any police lobby with a firearm. The reason I got a CTW over there was because I told Lieutenant Lopez I could, and he said, no, I'll arrest you if you do. And I said, then you got to arrest me because I carry a firearm. And then he's, well, I can't arrest you for that, but I'll give you a CTW. I mean, it happens. So that's why I can't go over there. But they recently put up the knife signs, and I do this all across the city. I can't go inside that substation, obviously. I've been to every other one. I talked to Sergeant outside of there, Sergeant Carrillo, to make sure he was aware of it. Been everywhere else, but part of what I do is, you know, you guys do your job. A lot of people think I'm out here harassing you guys, but I want to make sure officers are aware that I do what I do for a reason. The no knife sign, it's not enforceable. There's the state preempts localities from making more restrictive rules on knives, just like the handgun. So in that case, the only thing for me to do at this point is make sure officers are aware that they can't enforce it. I mean, hey, if some officers will make an arrest based off of a bad sign. I proved that. The reason those old handgun signs went down, when I went and I told the chain of command, look, your officers, 80% say they'll arrest you, even though it's not against the law. And they said, no, it's not a problem. I said, look at Lieutenant Lopez. He just tried to arrest me. This is an education problem. It's not a individual officer problem, but when you leave bad signs up, officers assume it's the law, and then people like me, we got to come around. I mean, into City Hall? I can. I can. However, in City Hall, if they're having an active meeting, have you been to City Hall? You know, when you walk in, you turn to the left. See those firearm lockers right there? They are actually. Those firearm lockers are also there for me. If I want to go into the meeting, those firearm lockers is where I store my firearm when I go into a City Hall meeting. Right, so, but again, that's for City Hall meetings. So that's one of the things that the state, under certain things they can restrict you from. That is one. Same with 4601 and 4602, 4603. There are restricted areas where I can't bring a knife or a firearm, but the police stations aren't one of those. And again, when the city puts up these signs, it makes officers look at it and you go, well, there's a sign, it's got to be the law.
You got to talk to the city about that.
I have.
You got to talk to Eric Walsh about that, the city manager. You got to talk to the mayor, because they're giving us those signs and they're telling us to do this.
Right, and again,
Educate us all you want, but if they're telling us to do it.
so your position is, even though it's not a crime, you would arrest someone if they walk into a police station with a knife?
I gotta look into it. I've never had to deal with that, so.
Okay, well, I would appreciate, just ask your chain of command on Santa Rosa. Talk to the PIO, talk to the Fusion Center. I do what I do for a reason, guys. But the problem, again, goes back to those signs mislead officers. When I proved it with the last sign, the old handgun sign that they had up, that they had to take down, it wasn't because I proved my point. It was because Lieutenant Lopez proved my point for me. It was not just a one or two officer issue. And again, I can go out, I can talk to 3,000 officers. I'll never talk to all of them. So I hit the chain of command, it'll come back down. The city, they play games like this. What it is, they don't like that the state preempted them. You can't control that. Your chain of command can't control it. That's not, I mean, if they tell you arrest them, if there's a sign, you're going to do what you're told.
Well, if the city
if they create a city ordinance, then you're going to have a conflict of the law, and you're going to say we're going to follow the city ordinance. But if they create a city ordinance, it will contradict 229.001, which preempts them from making a city ordinance. So it would be an unconstitutional ordinance, but that's not for you to decide. That's for a lawyer to decide. If the city chooses to go that route, and they've had since 2015 to try this, they can't. They know it's unconstitutional. They'll get sued. So they put up the signs, just like the old handgun signs, that they know are not enforceable.
So how about we do this? You just go walk into a substation with a gun and we got a problem. Run into that problem.
How about we as citizens go where we're allowed to go, and that we're not restricted from doing that by the state? So again, that'd be similar to you telling me, how about I just don't film in public because it creates a problem? That's not the problem. Okay.
That doesn't alarm people.
Okay, so why would carrying a firearm into a police station create a problem?
If you walk into doesn't any gun anywhere cause an issue?
I see firearms on 2 officers now,
We're allowed to have it,
and so am I.
but we're in uniform.
A citizen doesn't have to put on a badge to where...
You see why you get into the predicament you get into?
Yeah, because the predicaments that I get into are discussing things like this, where you believe that a citizen...
We're
No.
in uniform, we're working as an official capacity.
And-
we can have a gun. Yes, you have your open carry. That's great. I'm glad you do. But what I'm trying to tell you, right, and I have the conversation with you is, instead of causing that problem, because any gun anywhere, unless you got gun owners, you're in a thing like that, yeah, of course, nobody's going to be alarmed. But you go downtown, people are going to be alarmed, right?
And when I go downtown, hold on, is there alarm?
Answer my question.
Why are they alarmed? Are they afraid of the firearm?
Yeah.
Then what they should do is go to the state and change the law. The state made the law, not me. I have to follow the state
It
law.
says you can go anywhere.
What's that?
The law, the state of Texas says you can go anywhere with a gun, right?
No, there are limited areas.
Yeah, of course, but to the general public, you can
Yes,
go anywhere.
that is correct.
But either way, people are always going to be alarmed.
You're right, but people will also be alarmed. Hey, I appreciate it. I know you guys got to run. I'll continue to do what I do. I do like speaking with you because you bring things out from your point. But honestly, there are substations I will not carry a firearm into. The East Side substation is one of those because some of their officers also believe, like you do, it's illegal, even though their chain of command has corrected them on it.
Okay, that's different, right? That's different.
Mhm.
We're getting told we get to. Once
You-
the city changes it, we're going to go. But
Not a problem.
We're going to lose our job if we don't, right? So.
Nah, you got to, hey, I appreciate you being real with me. You guys be safe. I appreciate you guys being out here. I'm sure you know I'm in this area all the time. I'll see you guys probably within 45 minutes. I'm out doing what I do.
Have a good one.
Okay, you too.